Well, I finally buttoned up the fuselage of the Gotha 5, and now it's time to start applying the Lozenge decals from Aviatic onto the fuselage, bottom, sides, top, get it all covered. The tricky thing will be that these decals, and they are wonderful, they're really great, were custom made for a different kit. I forget which one, possibly the one done by Copper State Models quite a while ago. So they're slightly different in size and adjustments will be necessary. See if I can get them to fit. The wings weren't too difficult, but it'll be trickier on the fuselage. So I'll be back after I get some of these in place. I got the Aviatic decals, the Lozenge decals on the Gotha Bomber, the fuselage, today. Took a bit of doing because the decal set was designed for a different model kit, but they're such high quality decals, it enabled me to do the necessary cutting and adjustment and overlap. I wish I could have done a little less overlap, but it was a bit more necessary on the fuselage. They actually fit pretty darn well on the wings, which I've done already. So I'm pretty happy. I'm letting everything dry now, and then I'll give it a coat of varnish and cut out the transparent film over the windows there, and there's a transparent film over that opening and on the bottom as well. Get that all cut out, and then tomorrow put the acetate clear plastic windows in place. I cut them and sized them, and I think they're going to look pretty good. So yeah, I still have to put Lozenge decals on the horizontal stabilizer, the fin, the rudder, but that's about it. So now next step is going to be finishing the accessories, the engines, the nacelles, the landing gear, get to the wings attached to, and the tail section attached to the Gotha Bomber. Then, of course, the rigging. And the final thing will be putting a couple of parabellum machine guns in place in the front here and for the rear gunner. But yeah, I'm pretty happy how this turned out. Of course, with the crew in place, my commander Hans Peter and the pilot Ernst and my rear gunner Joachim, you don't see a whole lot of what's inside, but they're all removable. I didn't have to cement them in at all. So I can always take them out, which will allow for a little more glimpse of the interior, which I showed before I sealed this thing all up. So a pretty productive day. Aviatic decals are just superb when you marry them to and match them to the kit for which they're designed, but they work pretty well with a little bit of improv on other kits as well. So next steps, well, I guess I've outlined those already, but I'm going to call it a day. This was pretty fiddly work, although not quite as fiddly as rigging. Thanks for watching.